I just watched the interview. Shh. I don't want to get bombed or something. Fuck. Yes, so I just got done with the interview, and I will say I love the fact that it's on VOD because I can just watch it and then turn my webcam on and do a review straight away, because that period between leaving the cinema and getting home and turning my webcam on and doing a review, you sort of lose a little bit of just your straight initial reactions of a movie. But right now I can give you my initial reactions coming right off of watching the interview. So here we go with my review of the interview. So the interview stars Seth Rogen and James Franco. They're back again, and I love these two together. They've been fantastic ever since they were back doing Freaks and Geeks. And I'm going to gloss over the whole just controversy about it because it's been talked to death. And personally, I'm sick of hearing about it. It's done. It's over. It got released. Nothing bad happened. World War III didn't start. It's all good. So I'm just going to talk about this movie, and I'm going to start off by saying that it is one of not the best comedy of the year, because I'm giving that to 22 Jump Street by far, but it's still a very, very, very good movie. Even before the whole controversy stuff, I was still looking forward to this movie. I love Freaks and Geeks, as I said. I love This Is the End. I really enjoyed Neighbours, which was the same writing team behind this movie. So even before it came out, I was just like, yeah, I want to see this movie. And then all that crap happened, and I was like, oh, I don't get to see this movie. And then it came out. So I did get to see this movie. And like I said, it is very, very funny in a lot of places. It does sort of get bogged down. At one point, it gets a little bit too serious. It takes itself a little bit too seriously for a bit, but then the ending really, really saves it, because the ending is just freaking awesome. So by now you know the basic premise. James Franco is a TV host. Seth Rogen is his producer, and they get invited to go to North Korea to interview Kim Jong-un. So they head over there with the plan to kill him. So the CIA tasked these guys to kill him, to take him out, while they're over in North Korea conducting the interview. And from that point on, hilarity sort of ensues, just from the weird-ass situation that they're in. Like I said, the first third of this movie, the premise being set up, is really, really funny. There's some great jokes in there. I laughed a lot in the first third. Second act, like I said, got a little bit bogged down with being a little bit too serious. There still was some really, really funny moments in there as well. And then, like I said, the ending is just balls to the wall, awesome, 24/7. I freaking love the ending because it belonged in one of those really shitty, the last James Bond movies that Pierce Brosnan did. It was like that level of just cheese, just shitty action, but they did it in such a way that was still really, really cool. And it's definitely worth just watching the movie and hanging around for the ending, just to see how everything goes down. It was definitely a really, really cool way to end this movie. And if you were sort of tossing up whether or not to see it, I will say this: check it out and just hang on for the ending, because it is just one of the coolest sequences I've seen in a movie for a long time. In a comedy, not like a full-on action. In a comedy that's sort of portraying itself as an action movie, it's pretty goddamn funny. And there is a running joke through the entire movie. I'm not going to spoil anything about it, what it is, but it just sort of it pops up in all these weird places, and they just sort of keep going back to this reference. And the first couple of times it hits home, it's brilliant. And then it sort of misses the beat in the sort of the second third of the movie. But then at the very end, in the last sequence, the joke, it comes back around again, and then it's funny again. And sort of I think they just peppered it through as much as they could to just try and get as many hits as they could. They've got mostly hits. A couple of times it missed, but once again, it's something you got to see the movie and just see this reference being just popped here and there throughout the movie. But like I said, it was a very enjoyable part of the movie, and once again, it pays off in the last sequence. It was pretty good. So if you're a fan of these movies with Seth Rogen and James Franco, it's like Pineapple Express, This Is the End. If you're a fan of Freaks and Geeks, then this is a movie that you should definitely go and check out. And it's on VOD. It's really, really cheap. You don't have to go to a cinema and check it out. You can check it out in the comfort of your own home. And for the fact that it's now available so easily, it's definitely one that if you are a fan of any of these guys previously, definitely do check it out. If you didn't like anything that these guys have done previously, then just give it a miss. After all the controversy and crap, that's all gone now. When it gets down to it, it's a very enjoyable movie. I had a great time with it. So like I said, if you're a fan of these guys, definitely check it out. It's definitely one to sort of add to their sort of growing number of movies of these two guys together. Their chemistry on camera, the way they feed off each other is just, they're one of the really best comedy duos out there these days. You put these two in a movie together, you know you're going to at least get a few decent laughs out of it. So guys, have you seen it? What did you think? As always, let me know down below. And until next time, I'll catch you later.